Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ebony Copeland, and today I would like to discuss Vikassi's theory. However, prior to doing so, I would like to give a little bit of background about myself. So I've been working with children for about 15 years or longer. I actually recall my first job being a speedy job. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's basically a job that is offered to children or teenagers that are between the age of 11 and 15. It's a government paid job. So my first speedy job, I was 13 and I worked in a daycare. And my journey pretty much continued from there. I've been in all types of areas in the school district, from paraprofessionals to an assistant teacher. At one point, I was the lead teacher of my class for kindergarten. And I've pretty much been working in the school district for about maybe 7 years. It was then that I learned what an ABA stands for, which stands for Applied Behavior Analysis. So I transitioned from the school setting, and I then started working with children with autism, or children that are on a spectrum. So I was doing that for quite some time now. I still actually currently work as an ABA therapist, and I'm also a program coordinator. So I coordinate programs for children and adults. This consists of finding different things for them to do in the community. It consists of getting them the resources they may need for emotionally, physically, mentally, as well as helping their parents. So I truly enjoy my job and what I do in working with children. So although I'm a program coordinator, a lot of what I do still goes hand in hand with Vygotsky's theory, So his theory is basically that cognitive development can be guided through social interaction. And this is true. Not only true just on cognitive level, but just in general. So I've realized that even when children play, they're growing. They're learning, when this is why it's so important in kindergarten classrooms to have a play area that has like a phone or a kitchen or things of that nature, because as children are playing, they're learning through their play. Not only are they learning through their play, they just learn off of each other. So that's in general. What I know, you may not know. What you know, I may not know. So sometimes it's basically when you pair somebody on one level with someone that's on a different level. That's called scaffolding. According to Vygotsky, this is basically a method used when you pair someone that is lower functioning with someone that is higher functioning. The hope for this is that the learner that is lower functioning can kind of learn from the higher functioning one. It can kind of rub off on each other. And if you think about it, this makes sense because as we spoke about, this whole theory in general, when you learn from people that you're with. So pairing the higher learner with the lower learner will kind of like rub off on each other. And that is the hope, that they will, learn from each other based on what they're doing, and they can basically gain ideas. Vygotsky also believes that everybody has the capability of learning something. It's just that they learn it in different ways. So when you're in different settings and in different environments, it's very likely that you'll pick up on what is being taught, and that other person can rub off as well. So that I've experienced that a lot within my career. And it gives the learner that is higher functioning it makes them feel proud. And a lot of times participants, I call them participants or learners, they're very excited to help out and feel like they're being valued for what they do. It gives them kind of like something to push for. They really enjoy doing it. I've experienced that a lot And I think that it's a great way to go. The next thing I'm going to talk about is intersubjectivity. This is when the information now, after scaffolding, has now paired with the participant or the learner, and they kind of share the same knowledge of an activity. Basically, that's what that is. That means that you have successfully scaffolded, like everything has came together, and now they have kind of gained that knowledge on their own. At that point, it's best to start something that we do in ABA, which is called fading. So just like with a reinforcement, you'll reinforce something each time at first. So if a participant is having behaviors and they learn to use the token board and not have behaviors, you'll reward that new behavior that you would like. That's called reinforcement, positive reinforcement. And eventually you might reward them every time, but then eventually you'll start fading out because, we can't reward them each time for everything. So you'll fade it out, and it will go from, giving it to them each time to now maybe giving it to them every other time to every 3 trials and things of that nature. And at that point, once you completely fade, we'll know that internalization has occurred when the learner is now able to complete this on their own. They're now able to complete, or whether it's a math problem or a subject area or tying a shoe or whatever it is, you will know that they internalized it when they are able to complete that task on their own now. So that concludes my video. I would like to thank you guys so much for listening, and have a wonderful day. Bye.